Well, welcome along to the Gobby Gaffer, and it's live stream number 5, managing Fiorentina over in Italy. Started off the live stream with Palermo, and we got them promoted out of the second division. If you're a regular watcher, then you'll know all of this. But anybody new watching, we got Palermo promoted back into Serie A for the first time of asking. And then Fiorentina came knocking, and I jumped ship basically. Same league, but a much better team. And a much better squad, bit more money to spend, all of that kind of thing. And it's a bit of a weird one at the moment. I think I'm a Manchester City fan in real life, and I think this Fiorentina team I can liken a bit to Manchester City at the moment. Manchester City are a good to very good team. We're not an elite team like the team that won the treble or the 4 Prems on the bounce. Fiorentina are the same. We're okay, we're second in Serie A, and we're plodding along nicely. But then we come to a game where, you need to dig your heels in and really give a performance. And the last game of the last stream last Monday was a 3-0 battering by Nice in the Europa League. And I really had designs on winning that competition, and it was a very, very disappointing end. But anyway, let's jump in and let's click the right buttons. I had started this once tonight. Click the button and nothing happened. Right, okay. So let's have a quick run through. Like I say, it's I had a family meal on Friday, so I couldn't do the. Stevie, you won't mention the derby. That's fine, Stevie. That's absolutely fine. If you want to mention the derby, it should have been 6-0. We were that bad. Something needs to change. I don't know what, but that was just. I don't know. I don't mind anybody mentioning it tonight. To be honest, I watched the whole game, and I sat there a bit dumbfounded. I was speechless when the game finished. Speechless. I was at my daughter's house. I was building a Meccano car with one of my grandsons, and he kept nudging me saying, come on, Grandad, we need to get the motor in and stuff like that. I was absolutely numb. I just didn't know what to say. I've never seen a gutless performance like that from a City team. I've just said in my intro there that I'm likening this Fiorentina team to Manchester City at the moment, in that we're a good to very good side. We're second in the league, but it comes to the crunch games where you really need to win them, like Nice in the Europa League. We got absolutely battered. And I think I can liken the two teams a little bit, really. But anyway, so... let's do a little bit of a catch-up because, like I said, I had a family meal on Friday. My daughter had got a new promotion at work, so we went out for a celebratory meal. So it's a week since I've been on this. I've been doing a lot of work on the Wigan and on the Leeds save. Wigan. I've been doing a lot of work on that lead save. I've been on it every day. So my head is just full of leads. I don't think I've ever brought as many players in and taken as many players out in any Football Manager save. So my head is full of Leeds United at the moment. So I'm going to have to refresh my memory on this. I do remember we went out of the Europa League with our tail between our legs, and that was embarrassing, if I'm honest. I once again, I was numb at the end of that. I just didn't know what to say. We won the first leg 3-1, and then the second leg 3-0 battering. I was hoping we might win the Europa League. But anyway, so that's, looking at the results there, we lost against PSV 2-1. Got beat by Bergamo 3-1, drew to Torino, and drew against Empoli as well. So results not going amazing, but I suppose if we look at the league, AC Milan are running away with it at the moment. They are 69 points, top of the league. There is only 6 games of the season left, so we will be finishing the season tonight. and their last 5 games, they've won them all. We're in second place. We've won 2, drawn 2, lost 1. Bologna, who were top of the league and are now in 3rd place, last 5 games, lost 3, drawn 2. So not great. The important one really, because we need to get into the Champions League for next season, that is an absolute must. The problem is 6 games to go. There's 18 points to play for, and Inter Milan are in 5th place, which would be Europa League again, and they're only 4 points behind us. And you need to check Wigan to see if they spent any money after you left. Yeah, actually, it's not a spoiler, is it? No, because I have said that. Yeah, so I wanted to put the Wigan game live on camera, and did it got rearranged for a Caribou Cup game or something? Did it? And then I said in tonight's episode that's gone out, right, I'm putting that on camera, and then something else happened. I know what it was. There was a big international break, 2-week international break. We had 15 players on international duty. So they asked me, did I want to postpone the game? And I had a look at the players, and there were some important players. So I postponed it. I mean, I'm gonna get it in there. I'm determined to play Wigan on camera, but I'm having to juggle a few things round. But yeah, you are right. I mean, I'm keeping an eye on them. They are dropping now, and I've taken Sirkin off them, the left back. So, but yeah, you're right. I do need to check to see if they have spent any money. And that would be very interesting. Anyway, so that's how the league is going at the moment. Let's have a quick look at the matches that we've got left then. So we've got Cagliari, where we've got Palermo, Reggiana, Udinese, Bologna, who we've just looked at and are having an absolutely awful time. So that probably means they'll beat us. And do you know what? Last game of the season. So we just need to keep above Inter Milan, basically, I think, at the moment. If we can keep above them, we'll get some Champions League football for next season. What else do we need to look at? Let's have a look at finances. I have no idea what the finances were like. No transfer budget. £175,000 a week to spend on the wage budget. And what are my players on? Let's have a look at this. Wages. So the top earner is Moise Keane on 130. So that might bring me in maybe a couple of half decent players. I don't know. Okay, anything else we need to look at? I mean, one thing I am going to have to look at is the staffing. And I don't know whether the staffing going forward is going to be good enough. And I can't remember. All right, so my assistant manager's outstanding on ability, very good on potential. He's not very good at coaching though, is he? And he's average at people management. I can't remember whether I changed him or not. One of the things, and this does need, I've said this on the lead save, I think, one of the things that needs changing, I mean, obviously we need the staffing sorting out, because just having a chief scout and that's it, with no coaches, it's just ridiculous. So we need proper staffing. But if we're going to stick with this needs changing here, because they're on rolling contracts. So when you take a club over, let's say I'd taken the club over today, that's the date of the contract expiry, 15th of the 4th, 2029. It's exactly 12 months. If I move that on 3 or 4 months, it will still be 12 months. So if I want to get rid of one of these, I have to pay him up a whole year's wages. I mean, it would be, I mean, it's crap, this. It's really, really crap. But if we've got to have it, it would be more realistic if, let's say, I took the club over today and the contract started on the 14th of the 4th, 2028. The more realistic thing would be to then, that contract runs out in 12 months' time. It doesn't roll over. Maybe it's another level of difficulty curveball. I don't know. But I mean, you know, on the whole, this needs changing. It's absolutely rubbish, this. This kind of thing, really, it demotes the console version into a very average computer game, doesn't it? You know, it's the kind of thing that you would have expected to see years ago in a, you know, a management sim where you don't really get any coaches, just you and the assistant manager. The PC version is light years ahead, and that, I mean, obviously that's one of the reasons I used to love the PC version, because I love used to getting the right coaches in and getting them top of the tree, and I found that really really interesting. This is a bit rubbish. But anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, head of youth development, what's he like? Working with youngsters is elite. Ability very good. Potential very good. I probably do need to look at this. I'll do the transfer window off camera, because I can't be doing that on camera. Chief Scout, very good. Outstanding. He's Greek and has a scouting knowledge of a lot of countries, which I wonder if I brought him in. This is the thing, you see, you can't tell. You can't tell. June 24th, 26. All right, okay then. Right, no, so I didn't bring him in then, did I? See, it's bonkers. So his contract started on the 24th of June 26. So a rolling 12 months would have been the 24th of June, 27, 28, 29. So his contract should be up in... Oh, I don't know. I'm tying myself up in knots with it. It's a bit bonkers. Let's just have a quick look at the director of football. What's he like? Good, outstanding. Okay, right. I think we've had a look at it. I think I'm fairly well up to speed. Let's crack on and see what whether we can actually get back onto winning ways again. Because the last two games, we've drawn a league game and lost the Champions League game. So. Well, I'll tell you one thing I didn't look at. What's the bank balance looking like? 5 mil in the bank. So we're not going to get an awful lot of transfer budget, are we? Stadium's immaculate. State-of-the-art training. Superb youth facilities. Okay. Have we got... So what have we got coming through then? Have we got anything coming through in the reserve squad? A few of them that I've moved down there, so got a goalkeeper there, 3-star, potential to be 4. Well, let's move it on anyway. Okay, so if you are just tuning in, you bobbed your end to see what's going on. We're playing the console version of Football Manager 2026. And I am managing Fiorentina over in Italy. Right, okay. So we received 2.16 million for playing in the quarter-final. Okay. Have I not looked at these for a while? These seem to be going back. Tomori. AC Milan have already guaranteed themselves a Europa League place for next season. Yeah, you see, that kind of result does not helpful, is it? Inter Milan going to Juventus and winning 4-0. Big result, that, when you think about it. But, of course, that keeps them very, very tight behind us, doesn't it? Okay, let's move this on. I didn't notice when the next game was. Oh, it's today. Cagliari today. Let's have a look. Right, come on, you bunch of losers. And I say that with all sincerity. I'm not joking about you bunch of losers. Going to Nice and getting battered 3-0 is an embarrassment. I was totally embarrassed, and I'm not standing for that, I'm afraid. I am not standing for that. Did I do the... I've done the usual thing, haven't I? I always do that. I don't think I've ever come out of that and actually switched it back to the senior squad. I do it every single time. Right, we've got a goalkeeper on the bench. Yes, we've got Flecken on there. That niche result last stream was a real sickener. It was, Stevie. It was like... I mean, normally I'd have blown my top and thrown my toys out of the pram. You know what I'm like. But I was a bit numb. I just didn't know what to say. I don't know. It's a weird one. Weird. Okay. So you're back on the PC version of FM24, are you, Stevie? Now, have you gone back onto that? I mean, I'm getting asked the question quite a lot of times now. Is he like, what's the console version like now? Does the controller work? Is it still glitchy? Does it freeze? And it's a bit difficult to like. I mean, it has frozen on me. It froze on me about 2 weeks ago. It's not frozen since. I'm not sure when we're getting this new update that's coming out. They're taking the time about it though. Although I'm kind of wondering whether or not now they're resigned to the fact that they fix a lot of stuff and they're now just working on FM27 and push forward with that to try and get that as perfect as possible. So maybe that's the strategy. I mean, obviously they had to do something with it because it needed fixing. There's still a lot of things, I think, particularly in the PC version, that are still a bit buggy. Right, okay, we've got Tamori is back, but his condition's not great. I've got to refresh my memory now on who we play and where we play him. So we're playing him there, right? Okay then. So we need to get Tamori. Oh, that's Andy. Got an injury there, so he can come in there. Right, so we've got Beltran and Kalali. I think that's right, isn't it? Moises Keane up front with Duvakakis. Let's have a look. So Duvakakis has scored 11 goals, 4 assists, 7.07. I mean, you look at that team there, and like, I think it was when who was I managing now? And Alex said, look at your average team rating. Oh, I think was it Palermo when we fell off a cliff? And he said, oh, you've got to look at your personalities. Most of your personalities are not great. And your average rating isn't great. But the average rating of this team is okay. It's weird. Back to 24 on PC. I've been thinking of giving emphasis a go because I've not been near it for 6 weeks or so. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd be interested to know what you think, Stevie, because I'm thinking of doing another video on probably mainly the console, just to talk. It's not going to be a long video, just to talk people through, what changes have been made, how it's playing, does it crash, is it buggy. I'm thinking of doing a video, but it'd be interesting to know what Football One. How do you use? First of all, thanks for coming in, mate. Football One. It's nice to see you commenting there. Do you use one tactic always or change when you lose? I mean, the general rule of it, and Stevie's probably gonna he's probably gonna laugh at me here, but the general rule is don't change your tactic. If if you go on a really long bad run, then okay, something needs to be done. But if you lose one or two games, you need to stick at it, because obviously your players, in theory, have got used to a tactic, and okay, they might have a little bit of a blip, like my team are at the moment. Fiorentina have had a little bit of a blip. But I wouldn't change the formation. I mean, I don't have to. I mean, maybe that's the thing. I've only got 6 games of the season left now, but we're actually playing a 4-2-4 here, gegenpress. But I do really need to set up a second tactic, because it's always good to have 2 or 3 tactics that you can actually switch in game, and but they're actually learning. That's the main thing. If I wanted to, so like my lead save, I've got a gegenpress, but I've also got a second tactic that is a controlled possession, which is a low block, very cautious, and I can drop into that in game if I need to do. I wouldn't start with that necessarily, but it's always handy to have those other, because if I change now to something that the players don't know, then I can't expect them to just hit the ground running and be brilliant at it. So that's the theory. That is the theory. But as we know, Football Manager, one of my favourite sayings that I love is curveballs and levels of difficulty. Football Manager likes to throw those in, like they did at the end of the last live stream when we got absolutely battered by Nice 3-0 and got knocked out of the Europa League. Curveballs and levels of difficulty. So I mean, that was a very a lesson that AI teaching to play against you. Is it true we have to change tactic? That's why I asked. I mean, there are various opinions on that. I mean, there is an opinion. For instance, there is an opinion that if you take a team into a higher division, like via promotion, and then you may well, in that league, let's say, for instance, you take somebody out of the Championship into the Premier League in England, you may well, let's say, for instance, Sunderland, you may well beat Liverpool, United, Tottenham in your first 6 games, and you're thinking, brilliant. But there is a thought process that the teams put out weakened sides against you. Once they get to know what you're playing and what your tactic is and your formation, they start to take you a bit more seriously. Then later on in the season, you'll get battered by the likes of Liverpool and Manchester United. Yeah, I don't know whether I'm explaining myself very well, Football One. But I think that's the job of the AI. In theory, the job of the AI is to work out the tactic that you're playing, and then try and counter it. And obviously, as time goes on, but I think you can overcome that by having better players. So if you put better players into the same tactic, then it should work better, in theory. Yeah, I'd be interested, Stevie, to know whether or not they've actually, because I don't touch the PC version now. I'm console all the way, but it'd be nice to know whether a lot of things have changed in that. I mean, I quite like one of the things I am noticing drifting back in a little bit is the buffoonery in the match engine. I mean, I've seen it once or twice now, too many times really for my liking, where your goalkeeper will pass the ball out to their centre forward for him to score. In fact, I think it happened on a live stream, didn't it? And it happened against us. I can't celebrate goals like that. It's just stupidity. It's like it's demoting the game to like it's a 12-year-old's game, where we just, it could be, Peppa Pig versus Mickey Mouse, couldn't it? It's just bonkers. Right, I think we are going to go with that then. Amatucci and Mandrago. Who did we have in the middle there? I think that's it, isn't it? Gozens and Erline. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Having said that, football one, if I don't start picking up a few results, I might have to do some tweaking because I need Champions League football for next season. Europa League football is no good to me now because if we get Europa League football for next season, the save is a bit dead, really. Because I've got, as somebody who films Football Manager, I have to try and make it exciting and interesting. And Champions League would be exciting and interesting. Europa League, that we failed miserably in this season, that wouldn't be very interesting at all. Okay, so if anybody else, I'm gonna repeat myself a lot tonight, but if anybody's popped ahead in to see what's going on, we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026, and I am managing Fiorentina over in Italy. We're second in the league at the moment. There's 6 games of the season left, and we're fighting tooth and nail to get Champions League football for next season. We ain't going to win the league now. Well, I don't think we are. AC Milan are on a bit of a roll, and they're 5 points ahead of us. And we have had a little bit of a blip in the league and in the Europa League. Well, it wasn't a blip. It was a disaster in the Europa League. Right, okay. Let's get going. 6 games. We should get all of these done tonight, and then I can work on it. And that's I've seen that a lot as well. I don't know whether that happens in the PC version, but I've seen that happen too many times. So the kick-off and the ball gets put straight out for a throw-in. So that's something that needs fixing. That I'm not happy about that at all. Ooh, that's a nice goal. Camuso. That went in like a rocket. Dear me. That was... that's obviously something that my set-piece coach has worked on. Not that I have a set-piece coach, but, you know, got to make a story up, haven't you? That was a nice goal, that. Hiya, Stuart, mate. How's it going? I haven't seen anybody for a week, so... Yeah, it's been football manager-wise, it's been a very busy week for me. That Leeds save is all-consuming at the moment. The number of days, it's not been hours, it's days I've spent in the transfer market, selling players, buying players, sifting through to see if I can get the best. Well, we'll see if I can get the best players. What are we on? Balanced, aren't we? I thought I was going to drop straight for the centre forward then. Ooh, dear me. So we are conceding goals then. And he's my new goalkeeper as well, Milinkovic-Savic, isn't he? We are conceding goals. I mean, my fullback there was more concerned about getting his hands behind his back than defending that. Put your body in front of it, man. Stick a leg out. Do something. Shocking. Hiya, Mike. How's it going? Yeah, it's going all right with Leeds. It's going all right. It's I've just been saying it's all time consuming at the moment. Leeds. It's like days and days worth of transfer dealings, and I think it's just about beginning to settle down a bit now, where I can say, right, let's get some games played, and Beltram puts the ball in the back of the net. That's very nice. Yeah, where I can get some games played. But we're going to be playing in the next episode. We're going to be playing Wigan. So, and Stevie said you need to keep an eye on whether he's been allowed, the new manager's been allowed to spend money, and that would be quite interesting. I'll have to have a look at that. Wouldn't be at all surprised, to be quite honest. The ball's behind you, mate, in the goal. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I would just, you know, I don't know. I feel like I'm continually complaining about the game, but I mean that lad. What's his bloody name? Up front, what's his name? Let me have a look. Soares. So, obviously Gray, I'm talking about the Leeds United save now. And 2-2, there we go. And that Michael Gray, who's a wonder kid, and he got... I just got the message he's gone, and I only noticed because the transfer budget had jumped by 50 million. And I thought, right, okay, then I need to go out and sign a new striker. And Michael Source came up and had a price tag of 6 million. And the more I play Football Manager, the more I'm just not taking any notice of that at all. And it was like 6 million. I thought, right, okay, then, that's okay. So I went in for him and I put a bid in. They knocked it back like 8.5 million, 9.5. No. And then they came back to me. They wanted 41 million for a player that was tagged at 6 million. Now, again, like I say, I understand these things happen in football. I understand it. But anyway, I knocked him down 28 million. That lad can't hit a barn door with a banjo. So the game's forced me to pay 28 million for a player. I paid top wages for him as well. He cannot hit a barn door with a banjo. Like I say, I just feel like I'm continually complaining about the game. What's going on here? Oh, we've been a penalty against us, has it? Right, okay then. Right, okay. When that first goal went in, I thought we were back on it again, but no, we're going to go down 3-2 here then, are we? Oh, he saved it, Savic. Okay, 2-2. And it's the dying seconds of the first half. Right, we're going to be angry because I'm really, really unhappy with this team at the moment. I'm absolutely fuming with them. Okay, can we score a goal and not concede, please? Is that at all possible? We scored 2 goals in this game and we're not winning it. 10 shots, 7 on target. I mean, to be fair, Cagliari have had 4 shots, 3 on target. XG of 1.46. Come on, let's have a highlight while the ball's up that end. Right, my left winger's looking tired. One of my strikers is looking tired. Right, time to... Hearing you moaning about the game, might just stick with FM24. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's just... it's kind of what I do. This isn't an act for the camera or for YouTube. I am the world's worst loser in real life. If my team doesn't win a game, I'm like a bear with a sore head. I'm sure there's lots of people around like me. And believe it or not, I'm not as bad as I used to be. I used to sulk for weeks if my team lost. So it's not an act. I just don't like losing. So Stuart, what do you think went wrong with City? Well, we should have got beat 6-0. Let's put it that way, Stuart. At the beginning of the episode, I likened Fiorentina to this Manchester City team in that they're a kind of a good, very good team. They're certainly not an elite team like the treble-winning team or the 4 Prems on the bounce. We have dropped massively off now, and we don't really have players who are world-class anymore. And Guardiola is trying to play his usual technical, tactical, and you need players who are world-class with world-class football brains to play that. And unfortunately, we don't have that. And we may never have that again. Something needs to change because he's this slow build-up. I mean, one really good example for me is I'm not a tactician. Okay, I play this game. I'm not a tactician. You watch. I watch every City game. Jeremy Doku, left wing. Now, he likes his wingers to get chalk on the boots, right? So they have to stay wide. But we play such a slow build-up, those wingers never get a chance to go past the man. So Doku gets the ball on the left-hand side, the fullback comes out, and another comes out as well. So he's got two players marking him. He can't get past them. All he can do is pass the ball inside. Now, like I say, I'm not a tactical genius, but surely that takes two players out of the equation. It takes two players out of the penalty area. So when that ball gets passed back inside, whip it in the box quick. No, it gets passed back inside and then it gets passed to a centre back, right back. And those two players who've drifted over for Doku now go back into the penalty area and they get the shape back again. It happens every time, you know. And another thing I've thought for years now, not just with City, but, you know, like, teams will go after, I'm not talking about necessarily just City, any team, will go after a player. He's brilliant. Okay, but he might be brilliant playing for another team, in another formation, tactic, whatever. If you're going to bring him into your team, and I'm now thinking about Semenyo. So, he's been playing for Bournemouth. He doesn't play against 11 men in the penalty area type tactics. He's never played that at Bournemouth. So he has all the room to run into. Marmoush is another perfect example. I watched loads of clips of him before he came to City. And he was getting that ball over the top, running onto it, smacking it in the back of the net. Haaland's getting pelters. He has 3 men on him virtually every single game. 11 men in the box. Haaland's getting pelters for not doing anything, scoring goal. We just don't play to our strengths. Guardiola should be saying, right, we've got this team now, and where are we? What level? We're not elite anymore. We're probably a good to very good side. So let's play with a lower line, because our back four are just screwed. United's goal, Cherky, flirts a ball. I mean, everybody's saying it was Cherky's fault. It was a weak free kick, but it wasn't his fault, because Rico Lewis was in the bloody penalty area. He's a fullback. He's in the penalty area. United have got 2 men stood at the edge of the penalty area. Their job is to defend, but as soon as they win it, they're on the bike. And that's what they did. The head that was won by, what's his face, Maguire, headed out, and then the ball's flirted off. And then we've got no defence. There's a whole half of the pitch for him to run into. And like I say, I'm not brilliant. I'm not a tactician. I'm not a football manager. Why is Guardiola not seeing that? I don't get it. Could Pep leave before the end of the season? If I had a mortgage, Stevie, a big mortgage, I would put it on the fact that Pep will never leave. He won't leave. Because the problem is, if Pep Guardiola leaves now, potentially, supposedly, he's the best manager in the world. He's done amazing things at City with a tactic and formation that worked at that time with the players that he had. It's not working now, but he's still trying to do it. So he won't want to leave on a low. If he was going to leave, he should have left after we'd won the 4 Prems on the bounce. He should have gone, let somebody else have a go. And then his legacy would have been, look what he did with Manchester City. He was amazing. If he leaves now, it'd be, look what he did with Manchester City. It was great. But then his tactic was tired and old, and he wouldn't change, and he was a very stubborn man, and he wouldn't do this. People were telling him, no, he wouldn't listen. And we had a dreadful last season, and this season, by our standards, and this season's not that great either. I don't think he'll leave. He'll never get sacked. That's for sure. I mean, whether anybody will have a word in his ear at some stage, I don't know. But I doubt that either, to be honest. I really doubt it. Guardiola messed up. He had a DM to help the middle, playing through, and 2 of your centre-backs aren't great on the ball. United had a field day. Yeah, the one thing that I'm a little bit annoyed about is that I mean, I've been watching some United vloggers for weeks now, and they've all been saying, "Oh my God, this team! It's the worst team we've ever had. Get Ineos out. Get this player out of my team. He's crap. This, that. Oh, moan, 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 moan." And I knew when they played City, they'd have a blinder. I'll bet any money the next game they play, they'll get absolutely battered. They'll probably not do anything for the rest of the season now. It's not the greatest of teams, is it really? You know, but now they're all there. You know, oh, how Michael Carrick's amazing mastermind tactic. He got sacked by bloody Middlesbrough, this lad, but he, you know, amazing Carrick. How he overcame the best manager. Oh, go away, go away. Yeah, but you're right, Mike. It's. I mean, obviously, as City fans, we're all very worried about Rodri at the moment. Very, very worried indeed. I just don't know whether he's ever going to be the player that he was. I mean, you know, no football fans are ever going to be a cry about City, are they? But, you know, when you think about a player that wins the Ballon d'Or and then kicks a couple of balls and he's out for the whole season, and actually his career might be finished. When's that ever happened before? James, you sound salty, old man. Okay, James. Salty, right? Well, you know, I don't know. Like I say, I've always said on this channel, James, I don't really do banter. I'm just stating facts here. I don't really do banter. You know, the City fans have been absolutely gloating and, you know, about Liverpool not doing well, United. I would never do that, really, because you know what? It comes back to bite you, and it did at weekend. So, going to be sacked soon. Fans were booing at the end of the game. Were they really? Right, okay. Yeah, well, what's it's available now, isn't it? So I think that's a bit of a shoe-in. I think one or two things have gone on there. I think they do, don't they, in football? Things go on behind the scenes and... right, okay. Anyway, we're... I'm not, you know, I mean, once again, James, I'm not salty. I'm a realist. And, you know, the reality is at the moment is that we're not great, are we? You know, Manchester City are not a great team at the moment. Okay, are we second or are we third now? I don't know. But... right, so we've had 12 shots, 8 on target. Yeah, so if anybody else wants to follow James there with a little bit of a dig, I've got 42 views on my screen now. We are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026. I'm managing Fiorentina over in Italy, and we've hit a little bit of a bumpy patch. A team here I think that we should be beating. We've conceded 2 goals. Right, let's do a few. Right, okay. So who have we got then? All right, Robinho can play decent when he has a mind to. On the other side, we've got Tapia can come on there, I think. And it's Keane who's tired up front, which is not ideal because he's our best striker. How tall is Silva? Oh, he's 6'1". I'll hang about though. It's the other lad, isn't it? That's the target forward. All right, that's okay. That's fine. Let's have a look. Gozens, and so both fullbacks are very tired as well. Okay, Hendricks. I brought Hendricks in, didn't I? I'm having to familiarise myself with this at the moment because, like I say, my head is full of Leeds United. Juranovic is the replacement on that side. It's coming back to me now, very slowly. Right, I think we're up in this 2 attacking. Let's try and put some pressure on and keep the ball in their half. Okay, we got a free kick. Things are looking up. Into the box, header. Oh, top of the bar. Do we give them a demand more? I think we might give them a demand more. Back post. Back post. Oh, get in. Get in. See, this is where I'm wondering whether we should have a second tactic set up. 73 minutes. It's probably not a bad time, you know. No. Come on, just pause. Thank you. Yeah, this is where I'm wondering whether we should have a second tactic set up. That's in possession, out of possession. Right, I'm gonna drop to a low block, I think. Low block. Defensive line, lower, and step up more. Yeah, I think that's all right. One thing it does, and when like I've said, I'm 73, so I've heard all of the bands, and I've heard, you know, I mean, I was at school when United were, you know, brilliant and we weren't, and it was a nightmare being a City fan. So, you know, when you say salty, it's like, you know, it's a bit of a joke, really. But so like I've said before, my grandsons play football, and they played on Sunday. And there's a bloke, I speak to him a lot, you know, one of his lads plays in the team. And he never says a word to me about City. Never utters a word. His lad's been in the team, 12 months, maybe a bit more than that, 13, 14 months. Never says a word. And I got there, I was setting up, because I do all the filming, so I was setting all my camera work up, cameras up, and he said, is it all right to discuss City? I'm like, you cheeky bastard. What do you mean, is it all right to discuss City? You've not spoken to me about City. Why now? Salty. Do me a favour. Do me a favour. Right, okay, let's see if we can keep this lead and not concede another goal. Is it working? Looks like it might be working. Oh, hey up, we've got another highlight here. Back post again. Back post. When you're ready. There we go. Oh! Again. Oh, lost it, mate. Come on, the 3-2 win here is... you've given the ball away there. Oh, brilliant. Stick it over the bar, mate. So that's 2 games on the trot now where we've conceded 3 goals. I mean, we are still on attacking. Maybe that's my fault. I should have gone cautious, shouldn't I, really? Let's just go cautious anyway, because the way the game's going, I'm probably going to lose this 4-3. Yeah, I think I'm going to do an extra weekly video this week on how the console version is playing. I think that's probably worth doing at this point now. I'm not quite sure when there's meant to be a new update coming out, isn't there? But I don't know when it's coming. Is that it, is it? That's full time, is it? 4-3. Great. Brilliant. So we've dropped to 3rd place now. 33 games played. Inter Milan have now moved out. So it's Juventus we have to be looking at now. There's 4 points in it between us and Juventus. Let's have a look. Who else is there? Napoli, 54 points. So there's a little bit of fresh air between us and Napoli. Juventus are the ones then, aren't they? So Cagliari are 13th, well clear of relegation, nothing to play for, and they scored 4 goals. Okay, let's just catch that quick, just in case there's another game coming up quickly. Oh, I know. I mean, this is one of the things I probably need to mention. This the fixture list is still not populating. 23rd. Well, that's all right, isn't it? It's Palermo as well at their place. How are they doing? What's their results been like recently? They've won the last 2, Genoa and Sassuolo. Other than that, they've been awful. Oh, that's right. We mentioned, didn't we, Torino. They beat Torino, who got a draw out of us, I think. Who have we got playing there? We've got that wonder kid playing there, haven't we? So I'm wondering whether it's maybe a little bit too early for that kid to be starting every... he's on the shortlist already. To be starting every game. Maybe it is. Okie dokie. Right, let's come out of that. Okay. Let's get... let's get Tomori back in defence. I'm kind of wondering as well whether we should try and bolster the midfield a little bit. I mean, that Rubinho's played well whenever he's come on. He can only play attacking mid, though. Who else can we bring in? I mean, Piccoli is 10 goals, 7 assists, 11 goals, 4 assists. So there's not a lot in that, is there really? Let's just try something a little bit different. Let's bring Rubino on and we'll play him there. What does he like to play when he plays there? A free roll or an attacking mid? And let's just have a look at this. So the defensive line is higher. Let's just drop that a little bit then. We've got high press on, haven't we? Let's just make a couple of little changes and see whether that makes any difference or not. Although it is Palermo, so... Alright, so Rubino needs to drop. In fact, let's drop Rubino back there when we've not got the ball. Samari. Yeah, everything looks all right there. I'm going to bring him on as well instead of the Wonder Kid, because I don't know whether he's a little bit inexperienced. How old is he, that kid? Airline. He's 20, so he's not a youngster, isn't he? He's a 3-star as well. Let's go with a bit more experience. Right, okay, let's give that a save. Let's go into this game. Southport report. We're top of the Prem again and top of the Champions League. League phase. Makeway City, there's a new sheriff in town. Oh my God. Right. Yeah, there will be a new sheriff in town, Mike. It's going to be Leeds United. Believe me, you heard it here first. I shouldn't have said that. We'll probably get relegated from bloody Championship now. Oh, God. Right, let's go to the match. Okay, playing. What colour are we playing in here? Is it that? Of course, Palermo playing in that very pink kit, aren't they? Well, this is a fun game. 10 minutes. Oh, Palermo have had the first shot. So who are they playing anyway? They've still got Bazunu in goal. Samuel Asende put some 1-0 ahead. Let's up it to positive and give them a demand more. We've had 2 shots, nothing on target. Palermo are outplaying us here. Even those tweaks I've made are not making much difference. doing okay as well, weren't we? It's like it's another, but well, it's another Palermo. This we just seem to have fallen off a cliff all of a sudden. That's a nice ball. Beltran beats his man, get in the box, and Keane misses it. Leeds are Prem level, but you'll qualify for Europe next season, and that's not counted for summer transfers. Yeah, I'm enjoying the Leeds one, and I mean, it obviously it does help having plenty of money to spend. I've still got a lot of money to spend. It's a bit bonkers, really. I could spend 33 million in the January transfer window if I wanted to. It just goes to show, though, when you've got the money, it makes a big difference. But yeah, I think so too. But you never know, do you really? I'm a bit surprised that that the AI has given me the job, to be honest. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised the AI has given me the job. Because I applied for the Forest job and that was a no-go. I didn't apply for the Hull job. I applied for a few jobs that came up and got nowhere near them. But then the Leeds one came up. I applied for it and then got it straight away. Because you know, you get on console, you get that, you get the thing, don't you, that says your available jobs this week, and then it says at the top something like, these are the jobs we think that you will be a good chance of getting if you apply for them. And some of the jobs were like, I don't know, like Lytham, and I'm like, bloody hell. But then the Leeds job came along. I thought, really? You think I've got a good chance of getting that? So, yeah, got it. Southport is like 210 million in the bank. This only gives me 20%. Oh my God, to spend. I have to check if my owner is Mexican. 20. That can only be a reputation thing, can't it? That's got to be a reputation thing. Why is he only giving you 25% if you got 210? How the bloody hell have you got 210 million in the bank? Southport manages Liverpool's player Jayden Dan's father. Right, okay. Jayden Dan, that rings a bell. I'm sure I've been in for him at Leeds United. I'm sure I've... what do we do here? Am I disappointed, or what am I doing here? Let's give him some encouragement. Let's see whether or not a bit of encouragement will do something. Come on, lads. That's even more than I had in the bank at Leeds United, that. I think I started off there with 120 million in the bank. I've still got 100 million in the bank, I think. It's mad, that save, though, because went into the new season, and then within like a week, all of the players who were like Premier League quality, just all en masse, just said, right, that's it, done. Don't want to play in the Championship, finished. I've only got the, what's he called, him? What's he called? I can't think what he's called. I've got it written down. Can we? No, we can't. What's his name? His name is... Ampadu. Ampadu is the only one left now. And he's just... I've been playing a bit of it today, and he's just said he wants to stay. So, and he's a good player, Ampadu, so I'm quite happy about that. Right, okay, so we're struggling to beat Palermo here. Struggling to beat Palermo. Beltran. Rubino we've already got on the pitch. Bring Tapia on there. Let's bring the Wonder Kid on. One more? Yeah, one more. Hendricks. And Rubino, who scored some great goals when he's come on. He was a bit of a super sub. Starting the game, 6.24. Okay. Kind of fear we're going to get done here in the dying seconds again. Well, they've definitely given us a game, haven't they, Palermo? Last 10 minutes of the game. Let's give them a demand more. Anything? No. This is going to be one of those that skims the top of the crossbar, this. I've seen a lot of these. Hendricks. That's a nice ball. Go on, Erline, lad. You've got a lot of room to run into. Oh, what? Take it all back. Is the flag up there? Did the flag go up? I think the flag's gone up. It's disallowed. You're joking. Really? Okay. You paid 50 million cash for it. Where have you got 50 million cash, Mike? Are you rich or something? You personally paid 50 million cash for it. Not a dinky little 15,000 seater. You played at Anfield for your Champions League match against Real Madrid and drew 60,000 plus. That sounds like an absolutely bonkers save, that, Mike. Right, okay. So the board are delighted with the club vision. Right, when's the next game now? It doesn't seem to be making a lot of difference, this, does it really? Oh, we're all right. It's like every 7 days at the moment, so that's fine. Right, let's have a look what the board is saying. So we've qualified for the Conference League. I mean, if I don't qualify for the Europa League, then I've basically taken them backwards. What's the record? A top half finish. It's a bit of a weird objective, that, considering before I took them over, they were in the Europa League. And now they want a top half finish. That's a bit weird, isn't it? So we'll have a look at these results as well. What's gone wrong here all of a sudden? Did I take them over in January? Was it January I took them over? I mean, looking at them results, we're not a great side, are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in the last 10 games, we've only had 4 wins. Premier League money is crazy. You'll get about 100 million from TV money, and for a club of Leeds size, about around 50 million or more in sponsorships. I'm looking forward to it. Man, I've got to get there yet, Mike. I've got to get there yet. It depends what the AI decides it's going to do with my team. It's, you know, all we can do is press buttons. Obviously, you're pressing all the right buttons at Southport, Mike. Whether I'll press the right buttons with Leeds, I don't know. Okay, 4 games left, I think. 4 games left. Weirdly, that Cagliari result's still not populating. Okay, so we've got Reggiana, Udinese, Bologna and Genoa. What position are Reggiana in? They're bottom of the league, are they? Right, okay. Let's have a look at them. So are they gone? Have they been relegated? 22 points. No, they can still get out of it, can't they, with a few decent results. Right, okay. I didn't look at the league, did I? Let's have a quick look at the league. Where are we? So we're still in 3rd place. Inter Milan drew their last game. So Inter Milan are like, although our form is awful, isn't it? 1 win in the last 5. Inter Milan 2 wins in the last 5. Juventus 2 wins in the last 5. And AC Milan are pulling away now. They can't lose at the moment. Can't lose AC Milan. Right, okay, let's relegated, so you gain at least 70 million over 2 years in parachute payments. Anyway, I believe you get wanted, but even if you don't, you won't go in the red. Last 10 games, you only lost 3. Depends on how you look at it. Yeah, it is. You're dead right there, Stevie. You're dead right. But it's, you know, I mean, the bottom line is it's not the kind of form that's going to get us Champions League football next season, is it really? I mean, we can't buy a win at the moment. Right, okay, let's move into this bottom of the league game. Injured. Recruitment focus updates. Youth candidates, 4 top prospects. Morsadara, director of football, to sign them. Duvakakis injured, out for 1 to 2 days. The problem is, in the summer, I'm not going to get a lot of money, am I? We've only got 5 million in the bank, so I don't know whether there's is there any money in the is there any money in? Let's have a look. Oh, there is money. All right, okay. Well, that's handy. £28 mil for winning, 23 mil for coming second. If we stay in 3rd, we'll get 18.8 million. So that's not too bad. I mean, it's double what you get if you go into the Europa League position. I've actually just dropped into 4th place now. Inter Milan have played a game more than everybody. They did win the last game, so a level points with Bologna at the moment. I mean, to be fair, their form's not been great, has it? They were top of the league at one stage as well. Yeah, their form's not great either. I don't know. I have no idea at all. Player of the week, Scott McTominay. He's 31 now. Right, what you mean? You mean with Leeds, Mike? I remember going to Leeds years ago when my dad was alive, and well, I'm my brother as well. But yeah, the three of us went to Leeds for a league game, City, and it's a long time ago, but. I can't even remember what the bloody scoreline was, but we came out and I'd driven them, my dad and my brother there, and obviously there was a big queue of cars on one of the main roads coming away from Ellen Road, and both sides of the road were lined with knuckle draggers. With stones, cans, bottles, anything that they could throw at the cars. And that was bloody scary coming out of there. That wasn't a fun experience at all. To be honest, after that, I don't think we did too many away games, I have to say. Do you think? Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, maybe. Okay, so the average rating is dropping a little bit now. I think we will bring Erline back in. He's a better player, and he's got a link with Kalali as well. I don't know what to do really. To be honest, I'm not quite sure. I don't think Robinho was the answer, was it? I mean, Duvakakis is injured anyway. Leeds fans only hated United fans. No, I think Leeds fans were very notorious. Back in the day, they were very, very notorious Leeds fans. I mean, they might still be. I don't know. I don't really. But yeah, that was a scary experience. Another scary experience as well was I went to was it the full Members Cup final, I think, against Chelsea at Wembley. I think it was that one. And our coach, I went on a coach that day, and our coach was parked down a side street. And you could hear the driver's radio going. He obviously had like, I don't know whether he had a CB radio, but the messages were coming in. You know, don't go down this road because 3 coaches had just been demolished, basically, and you need to go this route back because the Chelsea fans are on the rampage and they're just demolishing coaches. They're wrecking coaches. There's loads of people injured, rocks going through windscreens. God, Bennett. Absolutely mad, isn't it? See, he's not fully fit, but then I don't know what to do here. I mean, I was asked at the beginning, do you know, if things are not going right, do you change it straight away? And I'm fiddling a bit now. I saw Tyrion as I went to the NBA game and got front row seats. He walked right in front of me, asked for a selfie and got ignored. Typical Arsenal player. Maybe Stuart, maybe it wasn't Thierry Henry. I'm in Greece over here, and in Turkey and Serbia it's even worse. I bet you're to enter the stadium with a helmet on. Gordon Bennett. I was talking to my my grandkids and my daughter when the derby was on over the weekend, and I was saying about like the football violence, because they did quite a few shots into the crowd, and we might have been we were watching a game before, I can't remember now, but we were watching a game, and there was like grown men in the 50s, like trying to get over fans to get to the opposition fans and pointing and spitting and the vile, and my daughter said, what's wrong with it? They're like grown men. I said, it's weird because, I mean, for all that bloke knows, let's say it's the Manchester derby, for all that bloke knows, the fella he's spitting vile at could be his next door neighbour. They may well get on brilliant in real life, or they would do. It's a weird thing, football, isn't it? Galatasaray fans are wild. Same with PSG ultras. Yeah, I think it's calmed down a lot in this country, but then sometimes I do wonder whether a lot of it just doesn't get reported. But that's a no what they're chanting. It's usually something about the ref's mother or something. That's another weird one. So I was at a City game years ago with my brother. We were playing Everton, I think it was. Everton. And we were sat there, and some of the fans around us, I think one of the Nevilles was playing, and they were chanting some really vile stuff at him. And I said to my brother, you know what? These football players, it's their job. I mean, this dickhead down the front here who's chanting all this vile stuff, how would he like it? He goes into the office on Monday morning and he's sat at his desk doing his job, and then somebody walks past him and spits some absolutely vile stuff about his mother or his wife or his girlfriend, or I hope your kids die from cancer, or because that kind of stuff goes on. It's absolutely bonkers. But I don't know. I think I used to have the season ticket at Main Road, and sometimes the bloke who sat next to me was an old chap. I mean, obviously I wasn't that old then, but was an old chap, and sometimes he didn't come. And the person that he gave his season ticket to, my God, what a racist he was. Any black players, whether it was City or anybody else, he gave them some real racist. And you just you sit there and like listen to it. It's unbelievable. It's like as though they've like paid the money and I'll say what I want. I don't know. Okay, so Duvakakis, I've just picked that injury up then, has he? Right, okie dokie. What we might have to do then is I'll have to take him out of the situation. The best Neville rated chant was, if the Nevilles can play for England, so can I. I mean, to be honest, I always thought Gary Neville was a good player, and even though he's an ex-United player, I do quite. I mean, I know he gets a lot of stick from City fans, but I do quite like him as an analyst. Although I kind of went off him a lot when we played United at the Etihad. It wasn't last season; it was the season before. And at half time, we'd outplayed them. We were the best team on the pitch and we were winning 2-0. And Neville was the co-commentator. And he came out with a statement something like, "This is absolute garbage. I think I'm going to go home at half time. And I don't even think I'm going to come back for the second half." And I'm like, hold on a minute, mate. You're meant to be an impartial co-commentator here. What's going on? Anyway, of course, second half kicks off. Pogba scores 2 quick goals. I think they beat us that day, 3-2. Of course, Neville then was absolutely over the moon. Do you see Gary Neville getting some stick by United fans? Right, okay. Football's weird, isn't it? Hey, football's weird. It's like my lad who came in before. You know, apparently I'm a salty old man. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Yeah, football is a weird game. This is why I don't really like doing banter, because, you know, it comes back to bite you. And I just don't like doing it at all. It's not something I try to get involved in. It's like Malado at my grandson's football. Never spoke to me about... He's a North End fan. They got beat a weekend anyway, so I don't know what he was... But never spoke to me about City. 13, 14 months I've been going to every game with him. And then all of a sudden it's... can we have a talk about the Derby game at weekend? Really? That's weird, isn't it? Why do you want to... All of a sudden do you want to talk to me about that? Strange. I don't know with this. I'm a bit lost here. I don't know. I don't know. Beltran, we're playing. What is he? Right foot very strong. That's why we're playing him as a... You see, Beltran's not really a left winger. So have we been found out there? Should we play him in his favourite position? And who else can we bring on? It would mean playing Rubinho. How about playing... he's on a 6.84. Rubino's on... See, I'm fiddling now, and that never ends well, does it really? Right, let's put him out there. What footed is he? So he can still play... He can still play as an inside forward or a winger. Now let's play him as a winger. We'll stick Keane up top. Beltran. Right, we need to swap this round then, don't we? Beltran. Yeah, I'm fiddling now, and I like his interviews. Another content is commentating is a bit bland. Yeah, I mean, I think when I started to turn round on Gary Neville was when he was doing his Sky Sports analysis, and he came over as really knowledgeable, and I liked listening to him. I liked his analysis and stuff. But then, of course, you've got this Manchester United bias that he's got, and you shouldn't really be doing that, should you? When you're supposedly an impartial co-commentator. But most of the co-commentators these days are either ex-United players or ex-Liverpool players, aren't they? I mean, Micah Richards is in there, but I mean, oh my God. I'll tell you what, like, who started doing it. Joe Hart. Joe Hart comes across as a really nice bloke, quite knowledgeable, and I hope he gets a little bit of momentum and starts getting some of the bigger jobs. Joe Hart comes across really well. Right, we're going to do this, I think. We are going to do this. What's he playing as? Deep line playmaker. Right, okay. God. It's weird, isn't it? It's, I mean, like there's some stuff about Carragher I don't really want to. I don't really want to speak about it, but sometimes you do wonder how people keep the jobs, don't you? But right, okay, let's make him an advanced playmaker because that's his best position. We'll just make him a defensive midfield player. So I'll have two DMs sat in there. I don't bloody know. We've got 80 views on my. So if anybody has dropped in to see what's going on, we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026, which is a lot more stable now. A lot more stable. If you're thinking of buying the game, I wouldn't buy it brand new. But if you go to like a reseller like CX or something like that and pick it up from there, I keep meaning to go in and have a look how much it is, but I think it's worth picking up from CX now. There's still quite a lot of glitches in it and there's a few annoying things, but then I mean, even FM24 had a few annoying things and glitches in it, so, well, not glitches necessarily, but annoying things. But yeah, managing Fiorentina over in Serie A, and we're desperately clinging on to a Champions League spot for next season at the moment. I know our slot's been 18 points, impossible 51 or 5 Premier League wins since September, so poor. Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult one, Stu, isn't it? I mean, it's the same with Amarin, wasn't it, you know? And sometimes you have to say, I mean, this is kind of taking my Manchester City hat off. Sometimes you have to say, like, fair play to the owners, because instead of just knee-jerking, oh, we've lost a few games, let's get a new manager in, they actually give the new manager a bit. I mean, Amarin was given ample time, wasn't he, at United, to turn it round. And I think it was pretty obvious to everybody that months ago he wasn't going to be able to do it. But then, you know, once again, without my City hat on, there's something wrong at Old Trafford. I think there's something wrong because when managers and players walk through the door there, something seems to like drop on the shoulders, like a weight drops on the shoulders. Yeah, it's a weird one. Yeah, I'm sure Alonso will go there, Mike. I am sure Alonso will go there. It's a weird one with City, though. This is he called Maresca? What is he called? The ex-Chelsea manager. He used to be at City, didn't he? And apparently, that one of the main reasons he was, well, got the bullet or whatever it was because he'd been speaking to City about taking over when Guardiola left, which seems a bit weird. I mean, no City fan ever had him in the mind when they thought about a manager to succeed Guardiola. It's a bit of a weird one, that. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. Yeah, I mean, where are we now? So we're in January. I mean, they might. I was going to say they'll leave it till the summer, but I don't know really. I mean, Alonso is available now, isn't he? So they could certainly do it sooner rather than later. I mean, it wasn't a great result at weekend for them, was it? Because I mean, Burnley are not great, are they really? And just getting a 1-1 at home against Burnley, it's not a great result for them. Colour clash. I heard it was mostly about bad-mouthing the Chelsea bosses like Amarin and United. Yeah, I mean, I mean, there's lots of different views on Chelsea, aren't there at the moment? I don't know, maybe. I mean, who knows? You know, you could bring in like the world's greatest manager after Guardiola, and he might flop. But then you could bring somebody like Maresca in, and he might do okay. You never know, do you? Really, it's always a gamble. Okay, so these are bottom of the league, and we are struggling a little bit here to even get a highlight. 3 shots, 2 on target. Come on, lads, they're bottom of the league, this lot. Absolutely rock bottom, more than likely going to get relegated. I'm not liking this colour clash at all. You know what, Mike? I can, once again, if I had a big mortgage, I'd put it on the fact that I don't think he'll last 12 months. I really don't. I'll be surprised if he does. But again, it might be one of those situations like I've just said. You know, you bring in somebody who's, you know, very little heard of, and he might be the one to knit it all together. But I don't... Mind you, who is a Chelsea type manager these days? They go through managers like nobody's business. Get your head on it. Ah. FSG. Will probably not want to pay the contract up because they are like, oh, I won the league in his first season, so they've got a bit more leeway as long as. Yeah, it's a weird one, Andy. It's very, very weird, and but you see, this is the problem, isn't it? You know, a team like Liverpool, who, you know, some would view Liverpool as one of the best teams in the world, they can't afford to have a dud season. I mean, last season, if we'd have not had Guardiola as manager, the manager would have gone. Would have got somebody new in. No doubt about it. But Guardiola's fireproof, so we kept hold of him. But yeah, this is the big problem there's so much money at stake now. There's so much prestige at stake. Liverpool can't afford to have a bad season. They just can't. It's, you know... It's not in their DNA to finish anything lower than like maybe second. They want to win the Prem every season. And if Slot's not doing the job, then it was since he did work with Strasbourg, which Chelsea owns. Yeah, I mean, but you know, is that a reason to take him on as manager? There's a massive difference between Strasbourg and Chelsea. Because once again, Chelsea are one of those clubs, aren't they? Who some people would say are one of the best teams in Europe. Well, they're world champions, Chelsea. If you've sacked Ancelotti, Mourinho, Tuchel, the problem lies with the club, not the managers. You're probably spot on there, Mike. You're probably spot on. But then, you know, I have heard 1 or 2 commentators recently on, you know, like various vloggers saying that Chelsea's model is not suited to a manager building a title-winning team. You know, it's basically built on as a business. So, I don't know. Right, okay, so we are going to be pleased. Let's keep my mind on the game. We are winning 1-0, and we've not bloody conceded yet. Tomori. Yeah, I'm going to need a new left back, aren't I, at the end of the season, because Gosens has already got a transfer arranged. Maybe it's not the greatest thing playing with him all of the time, because Maybe his head's not in it, really. You know, this is the thing, isn't it? You know, it's so if you're saying this Rossini, I mean, I've not seen an awful lot of him, but if he's not a yes man, then potentially they could have exactly the same problem. I mean, you would have thought, given the problems we've had with the other fella, that they would have signed a yes man. I mean, maybe he's putting a front on, maybe he is, I don't know. Right, okay, Kalali and Keane's injured, tired again. Silver up front. It is still only 1-0. Right, we'll bring Rubinho on that side. We can bring Tapia on, can't we, on that side. I'm not going to do anything with the formation this time because clearly what I did before did not work. So Hendricks, not Hendricks. Is it Hendricks? Of course it's Hendricks, yeah. How many subs is that? 4. 4 subs, right, okay. Hiya. Are you alright, mate? How's it going? Andy, just got back from my Andy's Man Club session. Women's FA Cup draws being done while I was there. We're getting Everton at home. Let's go. Oh dear. How's your finger then? It's good. Oh, that's good news. My grandson's in the chat, by the way. Well, that's good news. Have you had to have anything done to it? He trapped his bloody finger in the car door at weekend. There's been some rumours that Xabi Alonso to United. He won't go there. He won't go there. It's hurting, is it? Still hurting. Right, okay, so we've made the subs. Let's get into it. Confirm the changes. And let's get in. GG Junior. This lad's going to be a star centre half. You heard it here first. The number of chances he stopped on Sunday. He's absolutely brilliant at the back. He's so quick. Foul. Oh, we've got Tapia down with a bad injury by the looks of it. This is not great. We might go 2-0 ahead here, though, which would be absolutely brilliant. Look at that. Showing off there. A little bit of a kicky-uppy. Right, come on, lad. Stick this in now. Oh, Tapia is injured. Great. Who else have we got then? Kutaku is... have we used Kutaku already? Yeah, we have. You know what? He's right-footed. Let's bring him on. Let's go. Hiya, Alex, mate. How's it going? Didn't think you were streaming today. Yeah, I did put a message on the doodah to say that I would be... Hey, come on, Beltran. I used to be good at on the ball, but I couldn't outrun a turtle, so they stuck me in as goalkeeper. Yeah, my other grandson, he's brilliant in goal, but he plays as striker at the moment. He was unlucky at weekend, my other grandson. He had a couple of chances to score, but that their keeper had a bit of a blinder. But we did win 1-0, and they're meant to be one of the best teams in the league. So it was a tight game. This is, I mean, they are bottom of the league, this lot, but I mean, it's a win. I'll take a win. Wherever it comes from, I'll take a win. We've actually won that 2-0. And we can say we're delighted. That's the first time I've been delighted tonight. Right, I think we've got 3 games left now. I think we're all right. Yeah, we have got 3 games left. So we're back into second, but Bologna have a game in hand. Oh, and Juventus as well. Although they can't catch us, so... I was opposite Mike. Poor technique on the ball, but I'm so quick I got stuck at left back. They call me Wan-Bissaka has never missed a side tackle. Oh my God. So how's it going, Alex? I know it's been a week since I streamed. My daughter got a promotion at work, so we went out for a family meal on Friday, so I couldn't live stream on Friday. What's the weather like in Australia? It'll be hot now, won't it, in January? Well, let's have a look at the inbox, see what's going on here. Tapier's injured. He's out for 1 day. He was rolling around on the floor in agony. He's out for 1 day. All right, AC Milan have been crowned champions. Okay, well, we're never going to win the league anyway, were we? But I was so good at football, they made me rugby captain instead. Yeah, not bad. Fires at one end of the country, floods at the other. Bloody hell. It's bloody global warming. It's got a lot to answer for, hasn't it? I tell you what, I mean, we're not a political channel, but it's all bloody kicking off with Trump, isn't it, with Greenland? And the bloody Prime Minister made an announcement to the nation this morning. Gordon Bennett. What a world we're living in at the moment. It kind of makes football pale into insignificance, doesn't it, really? But there you go. Yeah, my grandson's training tomorrow night, so I've not been to training for a good few weeks now. There's always been a bit of a reason, but City kick off in the Champions League at 5:45, I think, tomorrow. Is it 5:45? Yeah, it's 5:45. But I'm still gonna go to training because it's like. You kind of get to the point where it's like, you know what? If you can't be arsed on the pitch, I can't be arsed bloody watching you. So, Sodom. Many of the trees need fire to reproduce. Right, okay. I'm up to 100 views here. If anybody has popped their head in to see what's going on, we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026. And I am managing Fiorentina over in Serie A. And I think, are we still second? Yeah, we're second in the league. Everybody's played 35 games now. So we just had our first win in 5. So we're 1 point above Inter Milan at the moment. The position we need to stay away from is that 5th spot there, because that's the Europa League. But there's only 4 points in it. During the NBA game during the years, somebody shouted to get away from Greenland and the place erupted in laughter and agreed with him. God. Fun fact, he met Trump working at his golf course and he was there for the week. Bloody hell, Stevie. We've got royalty in the chat. The infamous FM Slummo. Yeah, well, that's something to tell your grandkids, isn't it? He's a bit bonkers, isn't he? A bit bonkers, to say the least. I feel like I should give it a save. I've saved it for a while. Right, okay, 3 games to... I wonder what you were talking about there, Alex. I thought you were making your own slump, yeah. Yeah, the infamous FM slump. Yeah, we've had it again, Alex. I think you were here last Monday, weren't you, when we got beat by... Well, we didn't just get beat, we got absolutely battered by Nice. And I honestly, I thought we were going to win the Europa League, but FM had other ideas. There's not a lot you can do, is there, really? You can only press the buttons and hope that you're pressing the right ones. As a Greek, we're more basketball and football, really. Front row seats. Nice. Right, okay. Well, I mean, that seemed to work in the last game, so it seems the right thing to give that another go. I think. Right, we'll bring him and stick him on the bench. Kalali, Beltran. I mean, I think this is. We're just gonna play. We're gonna play it. Let's just play this this team. Who we're playing? I can't remember who we're playing. Udinese. Where are Udinese? They are 15th. Okay, let's have a quick look. Are they in danger of relegation? Udinese. 15th. 39 points. There's 9 points to play for. And they've won the last 4, Udinese. I mean, there is an outside chance if Sampdoria win all of their games and Udinese lose all of theirs, they could stay up, although minus 24, minus 6. It would need quite a big swing, wouldn't it? Let's just go to the match. Yeah, if there is anybody in the chat and they just sat there watching, then that's absolutely fine. But if you could subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and give me a like, that would be absolutely amazing. Very grateful if you could do that. Helps the channel no end. I've got 1,400 subscribers now, so we're moving up. It is a bit slow, but we're going the right way. Oh no, is this another colour clash? Colour clash. Right, something has gone a little bit amiss here, and what's going on? The game is obviously going on, but we can't see anything. Let's pause it, start it again. Nope. Let's pause it and go into tactics. Come out, go back into the game. Hey! Oh, I fixed it. I'm a tactical and technical genius. I fixed it. Look at that. So that's not good, is it? I'm thinking of making a video to, you know, analysing the console version, say whether it's any good or not, and So we get a glitch there where we lose absolutely everything. Amazing. That happens on the Switch too, does it really, Camino? Right, okay. Goes away after a goalie scored, right. Well, I went into tactics then, so... Bayern Munich is the king of colour clash. If for some reason the game doesn't register they're wearing red. Wasn't there a new update recently? I don't think it's been. I don't think it's been released yet, Alex. I think it's been released for PC. I think, but I don't think it's been released for the console version. Okay, 20 minutes on the clock, and we're struggling to break down here a team who are right near the bottom. And we've given the ball away. Come on, lads, we just won a game. Can we keep the run going now? If we can keep the run, if we can win every game now between now and the end of the season, then we'll get second place. I think that's about 22 mil, is it? Here's how you fix this. Oh my God. We shouldn't have to do that though, should we, Mike? I mean, I fixed it then by going into tactics and coming out of it, but we shouldn't have to do it, should we really? Right, I'm going to bump it up to positive here, and I'm going to give them a demand more, I think. Come on, lads, it's Udinese, they're 15th in the league. I think we have had a couple of chances there, but I was talking so I missed them. I don't know whether we've hit the post twice. Look at this. We're using the full width of the pitch. I think that's the tactical expression. Nice finish. Nice finish from Kutaku. There was a new update to the PC consoles. We'll get it later this week when all the console sign them off. All right, okay, Andy, thanks for that. I did see FM_console put something out the other day. The Switch is getting its next update in Feb. Right. Yeah, I've kind of switched off a little bit from it now. I don't know. I don't know why, but I mean, the things that are wrong with it at the moment, as far as I'm concerned, that they are a bit minor, aren't they? They're not huge things. But then I suppose it depends what your mentality is on the game. But the other side of it as well is I thought I'd seen one of the updates was fixing the wage thing, the transfer thing. None of it's been fixed. It's all still the same. We've still got the same ridiculous values on players. I'm going to refer back to the Source thing with Leeds United. It's just mad. Well, it's still only 1-0. Okay, run out of steam there a bit. Goal scorer. Lovely ball inside. Go on, get down the wing. Get down the wing. See, that's what I was saying there before about Doku on the wing for City. So that situation there where the winger pulled two players to him. So we did a quick 1-2 and then got the ball in the box. And that's what City should do. Although I am trying to tell Pep Guardiola how to do his job, and obviously that's not allowed, is it really? Get it? Right, let me just keep up with the chat here. Hi, Arthur. You alright, mate? Anyone know if the menu navigation is any better on controller now? I'm going to do a video about it, Arthur. I haven't used a controller for months now, but I'm going to do a video about it. I'm probably make it tomorrow, and I'm going to check out the controller with the game and see if the scrolling and all of that kind of thing works. So I'm going to do a video about it, and then I can put it on camera. I love your pronunciation of the Greek lads' names, especially. Oh, okay. My pronunciation of any names, it doesn't matter where they come from in the world, is hopeless. Right, so Mike, put me straight because I really need help with his name. Transfers and stuff again. Right, I don't know if getting fixed or changed, but it kind of don't crash every 3 hours on my PS5. That's weird, that, Mike, because I mean, the last time my game crashed was about 2 weeks ago, and I played a lot of it. I played a lot of Leeds this week. Don't really want to buy a keyboard and mouse. Well, for let's hope for you, Arthur, that when I make the video tomorrow using the controller, that everything is tickety-boo. But yeah, I'm going to go through a few things, I think. It won't be a long video. Just going to try and keep it nice and short. But just to, because I've not used the controller. I'm not going back to the controller now. I'm using a keyboard and mouse. But I am in the fortunate position of having one. So, but I will go back. I'll have a look tomorrow and make a little video about it. And I might put that out tomorrow at about 4. So look out for that one. So Andy, what's the... Okay, so Andy, I mean, you know... So, repeating myself here. So, with the Leeds United save, most of the players in that Leeds team dropping out of the Prem wanted to go, and he did. So, I needed a striker. I got my scouts going. The Portuguese lad, Soares, came up. He had a little price tag, 6 million. I thought, right, that's okay, that's fine. So, I went in for him, 8.5 mil, no. 9.5 mil, no. So eventually they came back to me, want 41 million for him. So anyway, I beat them down to 28 mil from 6, paid him top wages, and the lad can't hit a barn door with a banjo. Now, I'm not doing that. There's nothing that I've done to that lad to stop him from scoring. You know, the game has forced me to pay top money for him. If I wanted to sell him tomorrow, I'd probably get about 6 mil for him, if that, maybe. And I know, I know that there are people in the comments, and people will say, yeah, but that happens in real football. I know it does. I know it does. You know, Miles was asked about this a few months ago. I think it was around about the time that the game was being released. He was asked about this. Transfer values, can you sort them out? And he said, well, what do you mean? You know, well, transfer values, you know, it's like... And he explained it to him. And Miles said, well, what about Newcastle? They had to sell Isaac, so they had to go out and pay more money for this Walter Maid, or whatever he's called. And they had to pay over the odds for him. Absolutely fine. I, as an individual, don't disagree with that. That's fine. It's every bloody time in Football Manager. I can guarantee every time you get a player, he's worth 6 million. You own him, you'll get offered 3.2. You want to buy him, 41 million they wanted for him. It needs sorting out. I don't mind the occasional like that one, but I know for a fact I'm going to go into the transfer market when this save is finished, when this season is finished with Fiorentina. And I can guarantee it'll be the same with every single player. I want to sell a player, I'll get offered half. I want to buy a player, he'll be double the value. It needs sorting out. It's very, very poor. Right, where am I here now with this? I've no idea what I'm doing here. Have I made any subs or not? No, I haven't. Right, okay. Okay. Oh, Tapia. Oh, he was the one who got badly injured, wasn't he? Rubino needs to come on if he's not got injured. There he is. We'll replace the two DMs as well. They've not had much of a rest, have they, recently? Let's replace them too. Bianco can come in. 4 changes, 68 minutes. Something to do with the amount of difference when did you open. Tapia's down again. Oh, he's got up now. He was rolling around in pain again then, Tapia. What's going on here? Oh, well. It wouldn't be a live stream with the Gobby Gaffer if we didn't have a load of whinging, would it? I think I like the sound of my own voice, and I'm never happier than when I'm whinging. Beltran is pushed that ball far too far in front of him. It's it. Oh, what a save from the keeper. Those tweaks AI players asking prices and intermediate offers from AI clubs are more appropriate. So there you go, Andy. So I'm waffling on here thinking somebody's going to pull me up in a minute and say, well, you're wrong. You're completely wrong with what you're saying. And, you know, this happens in real life, blah, 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 blah. But you're saying there that the patch has tweaked AI players' asking prices and intermediate offers from AI clubs are now more appropriate. So they know that there's a problem. Fix the bloody problem. It's been a problem for a long time in Football Manager. It's been a problem for a long time. But I think it's all part of the Football Manager culture. The Football Manager culture, it's a computer game. It's made for 12-year-olds. And that kind of thing, you know, it gets a 12-year-old going, doesn't it? It's the kind of thing where a 12-year-old that will go into school on a Monday morning and say, you know, oh, you never guess what happened in Football Manager, and they'll all have a giggle about it. You know, I'm 73. I don't go to school. I don't like to have a giggle about stupid stuff in computer games. I want it to be sensible. But as I'm speaking, Tamori there just absolutely battered his shot in it. He's 2-0 now. This could be the second win on the bounce. Could be the second win on the bounce. See, the alternate to all this, and I have tried it, is the alternate is to say absolutely nothing and make a glorious story up about what you're doing. And I've tried it, and it's so bloody difficult. Being on YouTube, you know, you get sucked in to the negative, fix this, fix that, do this, that's wrong, this is wrong. And then instead of like making a story up about it, you know, like, I don't know. I mean, Tapia's been down twice there in one game, so, you know, you could make a story up about his bloody wooden leg or something. I don't know, I'm not sure. Right, we're delighted about that one. Okay. 2 wins on the bounce. 2 games to play. Right, looks like we've qualified for the Europa League. Let's have a look. I'm 73. I don't go to school. It's the best line I've heard for a long time. Oh, I love it. I love the chat in this live stream. It's just absolutely amazing. Sometimes I come into the live stream and I'm thinking, do I really want to do this tonight? And you know, and I'm a bit tired. And my God, some of the bloody comments are just amazing. It doesn't half cheer me up being in here. It's fantastic. I love it. 6.2 rated for Udinese in that game. Nice defence. Yeah, I don't think I had much to do with that, Mike. I just pressed the buttons. Lorenzo Luca, yeah, he's a name that. Right, okay. How are we now? 67, 4 points, 6 points to play for. We need another win to guarantee Champions League football, I think. One more win, I think, will do it. Right, who are we playing? Let's have a look. Who are we playing? Playing Bologna. They're 5th. This could be a bit tough. Who are we playing in the last game? Genoa. They're 16th. Might have to wait for the Genoa game. Because we know how much Football Manager loves a squeaky bum time. So we're probably going to get beat by Bologna. But Genoa, 37 points. Right, Genoa can't get relegated. So they're not relegation threatened. Okay, let's give it a save. 2 more games left. What time is it? This has been planned meticulously, this, hasn't it? I'm proper impressed with myself. 10 to 10. We've got 2 games left to finish the season. Absolutely brilliant planning, this. Right. Goal differences vastly superior, essentially 5 points up. Oh, I hadn't noticed that, Mike. This is another thing that chat is good for, is looking at things that you've not noticed. Let me have a look. Our goal difference, 31. Bologna, Bologna, it's 24. Right, okay. Yeah, maybe. You might be right. I mean, we can do it all, can't we? Let's just beat Bologna. I mean, it can't be difficult, can it? Surely. It's weird at this time of night. I think a lot of people tune in a lot later because my viewing numbers have like very nearly doubled in the last, 3/4 of an hour. If anybody has bobbed their head in to see what's going on, we're playing the console version of Football Manager 2026, and I am managing Fiorentina over in Serie A, and we are second in the league at the moment, which is, I mean, we've not been great, if I'm honest, the last few weeks, but we're sticking in there. Who was that we just played? It's because I got back on the FM Piper or something. Oh, brilliant. Love it. I just want to Lorenzo Luca. I have a bit of a soft spot for Lorenzo Luca. Who was it now? It was Udinese, wasn't it? Right, Lorenzo Luca, where is he? There he is. How old is he? 27, 2.7 mil. So that'll be like 35 mil, won't it? He's got a price tag of 2.7 mil. Oh, actually, his contract runs out. What's he done this season? He's a star player. 6'7". 6'7". How many goals he scored this season? 6 off 22 appearances. What are they saying? Would be a superb signing. Right, okay. Agent could demand, can only play in one position. Wade when crossing the ball. He's a bloody 6'7" striker. Why would he be crossing the ball? Driven in pursuit of his goals. Dominant heading. Okay. Where are we? Let's get rid of that. Is he? Has he got a driven? He has got a driven personality. 2.7 mil. Right, we're adding Lorenzo Luca to the shortlist. 15 for finishing. Work rate. Teamwork's a bit low. Determination of 18. Let's do a comparison between him and, is it Duvakakis? Duvakakis. Where the bloody hell's he gone? There we go. Oh, you didn't, Mike, you didn't tell me, or did you tell me and I missed it? How the bloody hell do you say that, I mean, what am I calling him? Zizmas? Tismas? What? How do you pronounce his name? There's a lot of players in that team I'm struggling with. The left fullback, the Georgian lad, I can't pronounce his name either. So how do you say it, Mike? What's the what's the pronunciation? Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Lorenzo Luca. He could be one to have on the bench, couldn't he? 6'7". FM26. Who thought it was a good idea to not know the capacity of your new stadium that's being built for 2 years until it's done? Yeah. It's weird, Mike, because I think there's a lot of things that you struggle to find in FM26, or the information just isn't there. I had one today with Leeds, and I can't remember what it was now. Next update, start of Feb, is bringing back pass maps, apparently. They need to sort the bloody staffing out. That's what they need to do. They need to give us a proper staffing roster. That's one thing they need to do. Lots of Greeks in Oz. Right, okay. So it's where the bloody hell's his name gone now? I can't do it. So it's Zimash. Zimash? Not T-smash. Zimash. Zimash. Have I got it there? Am I speaking fluent Greek now? Zimash. So it's Zimash. Zimash. Yeah, Zimash. That's it. I can speak fluent Greek. I'm just tonight I've been a tactical genius. I've fixed the bloody technicalities in the game, and I can now speak fluent Greek. I'm just it's all Greek to me. Yeah, there's a few players in that team I'm struggling with the names, the pronunciation. And it's hard because, I'm trying to memorise these names. But then when you're commentating on a game that you've no idea what's going to happen in like the Leeds save, and you're trying to remember, to make a coherent commentary, remember these players' names. It's bloody hard work. In Greek, the first sounds like the keys in BG's harsh G sound. Oh, I am, Stevie. I learn something new every day. Learn something new every day. I don't know whether you helped me there, Mike. That's a bit double touch to me. That Greek. Yeah, no, I was only joking, Stevie. I am still learning. I've always said I'm not the greatest football manager player. You just have a go, don't you? You press buttons and see whether you can do a job or not. Right, here we go. Right, let's see if we can get a result. My left leg's gone a bit funny. Okay, what are we doing here? We're doing this. So is everybody... So Kuchaku, even though he scored a goal in the last game, it's on a 6.81 and sharpness is not really up to scratch. But other than that, I think we played the same team again. Thanks for coming in, Stuart, mate. Thanks for contributing. Always very welcome, Stuart. Thanks very much. If anybody wants to replace Stuart in the chat, you're very welcome. Well, not replace. I mean, we're not replacing you, Stuart, but good night. Thanks very much. Wish you could say it all sounds, but that doesn't apply to me. We Greeks say it all sounds Chinese to me. All right, okay. We all have our little sayings, don't we? Right, okay. Did a save, didn't we? Right, okay. I don't think we're going to win this one against Bologna, but maybe a draw will be enough. And we've still got Genoa to play after this. Maybe we can salvage it tonight. Maybe we'll finish second. Although a Europa League win would have been very nice. No colour clashes here, I don't think. I think we're sorted here with colour clashes. Hiya, Cray. How are you doing, mate? What version of Football Manager are you playing? Are you playing the PC version or the console version? Right, let's kick this game off. Right, come on, lads. So we're playing in the white shirts, are we? Playing in the white shirts. No colour clash available here. And we're just going to stay on balance for this game. A draw will be fine, I think. If we can get a draw in this one, I mean, even a draw against Genoa would probably be enough then. Let's see how it goes. Let's have a look at latest scores as well. Juventus are beating Bergamo 1-0. Bergamo, the team that we can't beat. Come on. Back post. Stick it on his head. Back post. No, near post then. Rubbish. Oh, are we getting a penalty? Right, okay. Those are weird, those penalties from corners, aren't they? They're really weird. You don't necessarily see anything happening, but then all of a sudden, oh, it's a penalty. Beltran. Chucked it away. Left-hand side of the keeper. We're winning 1-0. I do like all of this stuff that they brought in, all these different camera angles. I mean, I think we're all like kind of used to it by now, but they are a very nice addition, there's no doubt about it. My left leg's gone really weird. Come on, sort yourself out. Got another game to play yet. I keep shuffling around in my bloody chair and it's not making any difference. Top corner. Top corner would be very nice. Ooh, nearly. Nearly. I'm going to have to go a little bit in the transfer window though, aren't I? I'm hoping I'll get a decent amount of money because Champions League next season is not going to be easy, I don't think. As well as mounting a challenge on Serie A as well. Playing the Premiership media team, considering how hard it was to build this team and how expensive. This is my best achievement yet. A Premiership Media Dream 11. I mean, I have to say, Mike, you've done really well with that. It makes me feel like a bit of a wimp, if I'm honest, because I gave up on Southport ages ago, and you stuck with them and doing well. Right, okay. Thanks for coming in, Andy. Thanks very much once again for your participation. Right, we're going to give him a pleased, I think. We're all looking okay. I tell you what, Kane's not scored for a few games, and he's our leading goal scorer. Normally, when I say things like that, he'll go and score a goal now, hopefully. Ah, they're lying at the near post. I'm just saying I'm loading my game as well. Oh, you're not going anywhere? Oh, all right, Andy. All right, okay, fine. I tell you what, you're all better men than me. I couldn't play the game and then watch a live stream at the same time. I can't do two things at the same time. Oh, come on, get that second goal. We need that second goal. You said something about Southport not getting enough butts, and I'm now getting 60,000. You were the inspiration. Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons I gave for leaving Southport. That, you know, the fans weren't turning up and stuff. The thing is really difficult, this, because it's like, you know, I get messages from people who I suppose quite rightly take it really seriously, and that's great, and you know, they're giving advice and whatever, and that's fantastic. But one of the things I've got to do as a content creator, I mean, whether I'm a content creator or not, I mean, that may be blowing my own trumpet a little bit too much, but you know, I've got to try and keep it interesting. So I don't know how many people would have stuck with Southport and then going right through to the Prem. I'm sure it's some people's cup of tea, but it's like I've got to try and keep it interesting and rolling, and you know, so I've got good thumbnails, and good thumbnails draw people in. Now, whether you agree with that or you don't agree with it, you know, it's like sometimes you have got to be a bit clickbaity. I don't like that word, but you have got to do it, because if you just put a thumbnail for every time and you say playing Port Vale today, playing Liverpool today, if you did that, you'd never get any views. So you've got to try and be dramatic all of the time, and it's not easy. And I think moving from Southport to Bradford and then Wigan and now Leeds, it's, to me, it seems like a better story, if you will. So back in the day when I was a youth, I could play a multi-FM type game on Spectrum on my own, manage 6 teams at the same time. It was kind of insane as a kid. Oh my God. Right, what we doing here? I've stopped the game for some reason. I go on one, and I'm like, right, okay, I need to say this. Then I forget what I'm doing. Okay, what's it is tired on that side, so we will bring Rubinho can come on that side. Actually, we don't look too bad, do we really? What are we on? 65 minutes. I think we're just about getting used to this gegenpress. There's only one game of the season left, but right, let's just make that one change then. Keep my eye on it, and okay, Keane is getting tired now, and also my left fullback is tired. So, of course, they're playing the ball down their right-hand side. Right, let's replace Gozens then before we concede any more down that side. Hendricks, Juranovic. Watching Gentleman says more. It's more realistic. You did good. The day Southport reaches the Prem in real life. My great granddad will probably be living in the Mars colony. Yeah, well, I'm glad you agree with me, Mike. So, sometimes you make decisions and you think, am I being a buffoon here? Am I going to get called out? The other thing as well is it keeps it interesting for me, because if I'm not interested and engaged, then I basically just stop making videos, and I mean, then my channel would just die, wouldn't it? Really. I mean, I do like doing this. I love making videos. I love making thumbnails. It's a massive hobby for me, this. Let's do that. 4 changes, 76 minutes. Right, okay, let's confirm that. I mean, a draw in this game is okay, it's fine. We just don't want to concede another one now. 1.44 XG as well. I think we may well be getting a draw out of this one. I think, possibly. It might be enough, this, for Champions League football if we can get a draw. Be a good draw, this, to be fair, because Bologna are 5th and they've got designs of their own, haven't they? So if we can get a draw here, it's not a bad result at all. 4 minutes of time added on. What are we doing? We're doing a 1-1 draw. That's okay. I suppose in real life, big clubs come from areas that have big populations and large fan bases. They offered him a Zoom interview. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I mean, it's everybody to his own, but all the time I've been playing Football Manager, I've never really done that. I've never taken like a National League North team through to like win the Champions League. It's not something that really interests me, but you know, fair play, and like Mike's done a brilliant job there. Obviously, you know, it's something that he's wanted to do. He likes doing it, and he's done a great job. And if you can do that, then fair play. Coaching budget and control of 1.5 million budget. There's so many areas of Football Manager I've never been into. I'd love to go managing in South America again, you know, like maybe an Argentinian team. We've still not done it, have we? We're still not there. There's 3 points to play for. Oh no, hold on a minute. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of second place. Bologna 68. No, we've got Champions League football for next season. They're 4 points off. So we have got Champions League. But it'd be nice to get second, wouldn't it? That would be very, very nice. And we've got Genoa, who are safe themselves and are in 16th place. Let me just pause it there quickly. This is like well frozen. Right, let's have a look. Last game of the season is on the 21st, so we're all right. We're absolutely fine. As long as we don't get any big injuries to like, man, I was going to say Keane, but he's not scored for ages, has he? Maybe he was scoring his goals when he had a partner. He's not got a partner now, so. I find it difficult playing with the two strikers because doing that with wingers, you basically then you've got a huge gap between your midfield and like the top half of the pitch. How are Melbourne City viewed in Australia, Alex? The City team. Oh, we've got the initial budget. Hang on a minute. I've got a transfer budget of 8.6 million and a wage budget of 2.1. You use two currently, but no wingers. Right, okay. So you're kind of favouring what I like to do, Alex, then. So you're playing through the middle. Well, they are a football team. All right, okay. Torino have gone. One of my ex-teams, Torino, have gone. It's not like a big thing that they're affiliated with City, right? Okay, then. Was at the start, but City haven't done it. I'm wondering whether they're losing a bit of interest. You know, they had a team in India, didn't they? And they've sold that team back to the original owners. So I'm wondering if they're pulling out of it a little bit. If I'm really honest, I don't agree with it at all. I don't think City should be doing it. I really don't. Because you get this whole murky thing, don't you? That if you're managing it, if you own a team in Spain or Italy or whatever, and then they get in the Champions League and we're in the Champions League as well, it's all a bit murky. Old school that my grandpa uses. Oh, I remember him. Yeah, Aaron Moyes. He was short-lived. He was short-lived. You're right. I think he was he at Huddersfield, something like that. Yeah, multi-club ownership model should be just banned. Yeah, and disappeared. Where are we going now? We've not had any input of money, have we? We've got the transfer budget, 8.75 million. I mean, I'm kind of wondering whether I should put a bid in for Lorenzo Luca at 6'7". but I would need to change my style, I think, completely. Although, I mean, Beltran is proving to be a better player as an attacking mid. I mean, Kalali is... let me have a look. Kalali is a good winger, I think. Kalali, 23-year-old. Oh, well, I'll have a think about that. The best young talent in Australia hasn't come from City. Almost every other club but City, weirdly. Right. German ownership model is the best. That's why they hate RB Leipzig over there. Yeah, I quite like the German ownership model myself. And as we know, I love managing in the Bundesliga. The money in the Bundesliga is absolutely bonkers. Okay, so we're coming up to the last game of the night now, and we have guaranteed Champions League football for next season, which is great. If we can win this next game, we will guarantee second place as well. So I am playing the console version of Football Manager 2026, and managing Fiorentina over in Italy. And we had a bit of a miserable time in the Europa League. We got knocked out by Nice when I thought we actually did have a chance with that. But I'll take what we've got here. If we can get second in Serie A and get in the Champions League next season, then that's not bad. German model is great. Yeah, I like the German model. And the other thing about the German model is obviously it connects the fans much more. Because I remember like going to Main Road and standing in the Kippax when Colin Bell and Francis Lee, Mike Summerby was playing. I used to go every week, and I used to go away games as well. And I always felt part of the club. I always felt as though, like, I don't know, I just felt really connected with them. But the City team now, and I think this applies to most clubs, doesn't it, who are in the Premier League? Well, top 6, I suppose, but you feel like so out of touch with them. I mean, I was on Blue Moon before the City forum, and there was a thread on there about being priced out, fans being priced out of games, and quite a few made the I was going to say assumption. It's not assumption. The observation. They made the observation that there's big complaints about the atmosphere in Premier League games not being what it was, and they're putting that down to the fact that the ordinary working man who normally would go along and support the team and scream and shout are getting replaced by the corporate people who don't really, give two hoots whether they're just there for the prestige, aren't they? It's these days. You see it in like the front 2 rows at the Etihad. There are obviously people who've bought tickets in some kind of a package, and it's like a theatre outgoing for them. It's like, shall we go to the theatre, or shall we go and watch Manchester City play Brighton or whatever? And I mean, it shouldn't really be like that, should it? But there's not a lot we can do. They were talking on Blue Moon today about the Manchester City's board, and apparently there's an Italian boat maker on the board. I don't think we have any English people on the board at all. I think there's 1 or 2 South American, no, South something or other on there. But yeah, it's like the whole thing about, like boards and ownerships, and it's all gone a bit bonkers, hasn't it, really? Alright, that's not ideal, is it? That's my DM. I mean, what you've just said there, Andy, is virtually word for word what one of the people on the Blue Moon Forum said today. It's virtually word for word what he said. That's uncanny, really, because that is so near to what he said. Well, not just him. There were quite a few people saying it. And I suppose, if we want the world's top players in the Premier League, then there is maybe a shout for the fact that, they've got to do. I don't know. I had this conversation with our brother many, many times before he died, and we had the conversation a few times saying, well, what do we do then? Do we stop supporting City? Do we stop watching football because it is getting a bit sickening? And we did have the conversation a few times. I mean, I'm not particularly proud that we've got an owner who lives abroad somewhere, and that we're paying Erling Haaland £500,000 a week. I mean, you have to say that a few times, don't you, for it to sink in. £500,000 a week for a footballer. All he does is kick a bag of wind round a football pitch. That's all he does. £500,000 a week. But it's like I say, I had the conversation with my brother. What do? You either give it all up and say, right, sod this, I ain't watching football anymore, I ain't supporting City anymore. I mean, I've supported City since I was about, 8 or 9. My dad started taking me to Main Road, and, it was a rite of passage for me to be a City fan. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really seeing too much about that, Mike. I don't know. I suppose I'll have to start doing my research if they get anywhere near the Premier League. Alex, I've heard that people are turning back lower league clubs. It's cheaper and a better atmosphere. I mean, yeah, I can't disagree with that at all. I can't disagree with it. I mean, my grandson, who was in the chat before, like I said, they're twins, so their dad has bought a season ticket for them, and it's bonkers money. It's like for nothing, really, a season ticket at Preston North End, and they're getting to go and see a local club. I mean, they have had a couple of dodgy results recently. They got knocked out of the FA Cup, and I think did they get beat at weekend? I think they got beat at weekend as well. But yeah, it's getting them, because I'd love to take my grandsons to the Etihad. I'd love to do it. My physical condition at the moment, I think I would struggle with that. But I'd love to get them there. It'd be a dream for me to get my grandsons inside the Etihad. But getting tickets and the price of it all, like I said a few weeks ago, my son-in-law priced up tickets for one of the Champions League games. Who was it now? It was Leverkusen, I think it was. I mean, as it happens, I think we got beat 2-0. But I think he wanted to take 3 adults and 3 kids, and it was £580 to go, and we got beat. It's a bit mad. It doesn't seem that long ago that for like Caribou Cup games and some of the early Champions League games, City were like letting kids in for a £5, and I suppose that's what happens with success. Right, okay then. So, my centre-back is injured, is he? Camuso, that came out of the bloody blue, didn't it? Right, is Marino fit at all? He probably won't be, will he? He's not fit at all. I mean, he's probably about the best. We'll stick him in there. The fans have been going for generation after generation within their family, just are no longer wanted. It seems to be as as a Wolves fan. All right, Craig, so you're a Wolves fan. Yeah. I mean, it is a bit sad, isn't it? It's a bit sad. A few things at play, unfortunately. One of those things, as a Manchester City fan, you won't like to hear, but the other things are everyone's problem. I know. That's like 1,200 Australian dollars. Yeah, it's... It was $148 for the 4 of the Brisbane game. Yeah. I mean, there's no easy answers to it, is there really? There's no easy answers to it. Right, I think we're going into this last game now. What time is it now? I think I've just about timed this right tonight. I've done an amazing job. 10:30, right. So this is the last game. We have got Champions League. This game really for second place. If we can win this or get a better result than... Is it Inter Milan or is it Juventus? I can't remember now. Salary cap. Well, they have tried to do that, haven't they, in the Premier League, but apparently the PFA and the players threatened to go on strike if they did that. I mean, they're going to do, aren't they? It's... Yeah, well, exactly, Andy. Exactly. I mean, that's how it was when I started going. I don't know what the answer is though. Like I say, I mean, I'm repeating myself now, but I've had this conversation with my brother, and you know, we're both absolutely bonkers City fans. And what do? Do you just say, right, we don't like this oil money? We don't like the fact that we're paying Haaland $500,000 a week? Do we stop watching football? Do we give up? What do we do? Yep, it's big business now, though, isn't it? It's massive business, football. And not in a good way, really. Now, there's another one. Kicking the ball out. I think I said that tonight in tonight's live stream. Kicking the ball out there from the kickoff. Ridiculous. Do you know? Oh, nice take from Savic there. It was like a bloody whippet there coming out for that ball. Yeah, a lot of people are doing that. I mean, once again, whoa! Keane has taken a time. It's his time to score a goal, but that was very nice. Yeah, my son-in-law took us all to see City Women's, and it was 3 adults and 3 children's tickets. I think that was it, and it was £36. I think it was for the 6 of us to go. £36. It was basically the same group that he inquired for tickets at Leverkusen in the Champions League. 580 quid, 36 quid to go and see the women's. Come on, lads, let's finish the season off in style. It's a double header, this one. I always have to finish the stream off with a win. Although that didn't work on last Monday, did it at all? But also a win here would guarantee us second place. My season ticket is 70 quid. Away game is 15. As we go 2-0 up. So we're getting a few results here now at the end of the season. So why is that happening then? What's going on there? You know, so when out like a really, really important game in the Europa League and we get battered 3-0. And then results around that weren't great either. But then all of a sudden, now we're winning games now. Do you know where I've not even got off the bus yet? We've had 9 shots, 2 on target. The way we are going, we'll be playing Wolves on the league soon enough. Yeah, it's a shame with Wolves, isn't it? You know, they were when they had Watson as manager. They were building quite a decent team there, weren't they? Oh, what a save! Pushed it onto the crossbar. And again. Ball forward. Oh, Keane was on his bike then. 2-0. Right, okay. Obviously, we're pleased. Playing well. Not tired. We're looking all right. So what tactic and formation are you playing, Alex, then? If you're not playing with wingers and you've got 2 strikers on, what tactic and formation are you playing? Because I might nick it. I won't mind signing Lorenzo Luca, 6'7", target forward, with Keane next to him. Surely that can't go wrong, can it? Beltran is playing a lot better as an attacking mid as well. Well, actually, he's the playmaker, isn't he, now? I've changed the playmaker. I mean, I've made some changes. I've gone to 1 striker. And Beltran has come inside. A 4-1-2-1-2. Right, okay. I'm just going to write that one down. I'm not saying I'm going to nick it, but a 4-1-2-1-2. And what tactic are you playing, Alex? I use an anchor in the DM role. Right, okay. I'm just writing it for anybody who's sat in the playing the console version of Football Manager 2026, and I'm managing Fiorentina. For anybody who's come in and popped their head in, or anybody who's sat there watching. But obviously in the console version, we don't get a squad planner, so I make my own. I've shown this a few times. Yep, A4 piece of paper, I make my own. But I'm just making some notes here. I will send an email. That's very, very kind of you, Alex. Right, okay. Send me an email. But I might... right, okay. So you're using an anchor. But you're playing attacking football. Oh, we're winning 3-0 here. Things are going well all of a sudden. Couldn't have played like this a few weeks ago, could you, lads? Because we could have won Serie A, but never mind. But I am on FM24, remember. Oh, bloody hell, Alex. Of course you are. I do like wingerless formations and tactics, though. I do like them. What are we on here? 67 minutes. What have we given away there? But you also have an awesome team that costs a lot of money. It does help, doesn't it? It definitely does help. So I can boss all the teams around. Oh my God, all my bloody bench is complacent. What's going on there? Right, let's make the usual subs. Juranovic can come on there. Rubino on there. I think there's a few players I need to move out here. I mean, Rubino, for instance, what's his value? He has got 5-star potential, though. It's only 21. I didn't realise that. Okay, forget that. Tapia on that side. And we'll bring in Silva up front. Is that 4 subs? Yeah. I play 4-3-3 with the full-backs being inverted wing-backs. There should be no width. But I have 3 strikers. The ones on the sides are false nines who naturally drop into wide spaces. Bloody hell, Mike. No wonder you bloody won the Premier League. You've bloody foxed Football Manager there. I bet the AI's going, oh, bloody hell, what's going on here with Mike's save? What's he doing? Inverted wing backs. False nines. Oh, my God. It should be so viable, you're just going to play through the middle. Right. The stream is ending better than last week's one. Well, it did. I know, Craig. I know. I was a bit stunned last Monday. I didn't know what to say. I mean, normally I would have thrown my toys out of the pram and had a real rant. I was a bit dumbstruck, really. I just didn't expect it. We just got battered 3-0, and I'm like, I was hoping to win this competition. Play very narrow and up the middle. You know, full-backs, wingers on support and overlap. Nice tactic. It is. It is a nice. I like the sounds of that, Mike. I like the sounds of it. But I'm guessing you've got to have the right players in the right places to do that. Right, I've made 4 changes here. Let's confirm the changes. Yeah, I don't think we've had any Wolves fans in the chat up to now. It's nice to have a broad spectrum, isn't it? And get opinions across the divisions and world. Okay, short corner, 13 minutes left. We've got this in the bag now, so we should have second place as well, which is very nice indeed. Oh, yes. Mandagoro, I didn't even know whether he'd play because he got injured, didn't he, just before the game? Oh, they're checking this one. Oh, it's been disallowed. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't want to see that really. It's been disallowed. It's been disallowed. 21 shots, 8 on target. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm not sure really. I mean, 8.5 million's not a lot of money, is it? But then again, the transfer window will dictate, I think, what I'm going to play because it depends what players are available. I mean, if the only players that are available are 2 fantastic wingers, then I might go wingers again. So I don't know. We'll see. Got a bit of work on this week now, though. Doing a transfer window before Friday. Up to now, I've got nothing planned for Friday. The first training session, the players need to Google it. They probably would. Yeah, you're absolutely spot on. Bloody hell. Right, okay, we're delighted. and it looks like we finished runners-up in Serie A, which is quite nice indeed. I would love to know, though, what happened in that Europa League game. So let's have a look. What round 3 final playoffs. So have a look what happened here then. So is that? Oh, that's the playoffs. That isn't it. Round of 16, quarter final. Right. Okay. So we got walloped by Nice. Benfica beat Bologna. Lyon beat Juventus. Frankfurt beat Stuttgart. Okay. And then what happened in the semi-final? So Nice got absolutely battered by Benfica. And then the final was Benfica versus Eintracht Frankfurt. Benfica won it on penalties. So they absolutely blasted us out of the competition and then got blasted out themselves by Benfica. Right, let me just give that a save there. Save game. Okay, well, I think... I know. I'm going to leave it there tonight. So let's just have a quick look at the league situation for the last time. So last 5 games, 1-3, drawn 2. AC Milan actually lost their last game, so we finished up, 9 points behind them. Inter Milan, 3rd, 2 points behind us. Juventus, Bologna, Napoli. Sampdoria, Torino and Reggiana are the ones relegated. And Palermo finished in 11th place. Not too bad, really. Not too bad. At least they didn't get relegated. Right, okay. So, I've got a bit of dosh to spend. I didn't really look at the wages. Oh, so it looks like they've not given me any more wage budget because we had 170k at the beginning of the episode. 7.25 mil transfer budget. So I've got a bit of work to do now, I think. Let's have a look at the squad. Just have a look at 1 or 2 things here. So value-wise, what have we got here? Okay, see you, Craig. Thanks very much for coming in, mate. Thanks for contributing. What am I doing here now? I'm doing... Oh, here we go. Right, so we do it by transfer value. So Keane, 68 mil. Kalali, 35. Amatucci, 27. Tomori, 26. Drago, 14. Not playing him, have we? Oh, he's a hot prospect. 2.5 with the potential to be 4. Champions League, here we come. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I've got a hot prospect there who's worth 17 mil. But I mean, these values could mean absolutely anything. You know, he's got a value of 17 million. In Football Manager terms, that's probably going to mean I'm going to have to pay a club to take him. I mean... I mean, there is a bit of value in there, isn't there? Depending on whether Football Manager is going to play ball or not, so to speak. Yeah, we'll have to see. Is anybody wanted? That's the thing. Keane is wanted. Camuso is wanted. Duvicas is wanted. Beltran is wanted. Rubinho is wanted. What's he got? 10.5 million. Silva is on loan anyway. The two goalkeepers who are on loan, they're going to go back. Fazzini is wanted. 2.4. There's quite a few players who are wanted. I'm going to need another right back as well. Mind he's 32 him, but I've got the wonder kid in there. I need a right back to come in and or 14 he can do that, can't he? What footed is he? Right footed, very strong, but he can't play there apparently. He can play there, but he can't play there. Okay. Maybe he will get some game time next season then, once Juranovic has gone back. Right, I've got a lot of head scratching to do with this one now, and see if I can come up with a team that is going to challenge for Serie A next season and do. I mean, we ain't going to win the Champions League, but getting through the group stage with a few wins, 2.4 mil a time, that would be nice. And I think you get 8.4 mil for a quarter-final win. I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh, and of course we've got money coming in from the league as well, haven't we? What as the all right, we've got 15 million in the bank now. Why is that only 15 million? Because how much did we get then for finishing second? We got 23 million for finishing second. Has that not come in yet then? I'll have to have a look at all of this. For the true top prospects, those values will hold. For players wanted by Manchester City, PSG, Real Madrid, there's a good chance you can sell him for way more than the face value. Yeah, I've got a bit of work to do there now, and see what I can come up with. Yeah. Right, let's give that another save then. Okay, I'm going to call it there for tonight. What time is it now? Must be bobbing on a bit. It's 10 to 11. My God, these live streams don't half go on when you get bobbing on. We're going to play 6 games tonight as well. But then again, like, you know, the chat keeps you going, doesn't it? You know, there's plenty to talk about, and which we have done tonight, which is absolutely brilliant. Not a problem with me at all. I'd rather have loads of chat in than no chat at all. So that's fantastic. Right, okay, well, thanks to everybody who has contributed tonight. And I mean, even if you've sat in the stream and said nothing, you know, as long as you've subscribed, hit the notification bell and give me a like, then that's absolutely brilliant. All the fixtures are played, including promotion, relegation, playoffs. Right, okay. All right, so I've still got that money to come in. That money must have come from somewhere else then. We're going to have a bloody healthy bank balance, aren't we? Okay, thanks. Wages, etc. Also got pick the right time and be patient. Sometimes managers also have different strategies. Right. Okay. Yeah. So once, like I say, thanks everybody for everybody for coming in. Thanks for contributing. And I have nothing planned yet for Friday night, as I know there's nothing on. So hopefully I will see you about 7:30 on Friday night, and we'll continue with this Fiorentina journey. I mean, you never know. I finished second in the league and got Champions League football. I mean, job offer from somebody? You don't know. Glasner has just been sacked by Inter Milan. I've just caught it out of the side of my eye there. Glasner has just been sacked by Inter Milan. Could be staying in Serie A there. I mean, would that be worth a punt? I don't know, really. Okay. I don't know. I hadn't even thought about that, about moving club. You never know. A Bundesliga club might come in for me. There we go. Glasner sacked by Inter Milan. Had his contract terminated. They're not happy at finishing third. And the big rivals finishing as champions. Okay, I'm getting carried away. Right, so I'll see you on Friday about 7:30, and we'll see where we end up. I don't know where I'm going to be. Okay, thanks very much.